Scottish nationalists vow new independence vote from UK after election success.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Scottish National Party, which has vowed to hold an independence referendum that could tear the United Kingdom apart should it be returned to power, will find out on Saturday if it has won a majority in Scotland's parliament. The SNP says it will seek to hold a new vote on secession if a pro-independence majority is returned to the devolved 129-seat parliament. The electoral system, which allocates some seats on a proportional representation basis which helps smaller parties, might see the SNP fail to win an outright majority, something First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, the party leader, acknowledged. Scottish politics has been diverging from other parts of the United Kingdom for some time, but Scots remain divided over holding another polarising vote on whether to end their country's 314-year union with England and Wales. Britain's exit from the European Union, a move opposed by a majority of Scots, as well as a perception that Sturgeon's government has handled the COVID-19 crisis well and antipathy to Johnson's Conservative government in London, have all bolstered support for Scotland's independence movement. She argues there would be no moral or democratic justification for Johnson to refuse a referendum if the Scottish Parliament passes a bill to hold a vote. The results are looking like what we expected, that with the Scottish Greens there will be a pro-independence majority in the Scottish Parliament, and we take that as a clear mandate from the Scottish people to hold another referendum, Lorna Slater, co-leader of the Scottish Greens, told the BBC. I think Boris Johnson doesn't want a referendum because he knows he's going to lose.
This post received a score of 7,200, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Didn't they say if the SNP got the majority, but now they say pro-independence majority with the Greens? They can vow to hold it, but without Westminster approval they'll be pushing for a not very clean break without hard feelings leading to more difficulties.
The UK government have been saying an SNP majority for an independence vote, and that they can reject any request if they want. The SNP have been saying a pro-independence majority for an independence vote. It's all a bit of a moot point for now, as the SNP are saying they aren't willing to move forward with an independence vote until after the COVID crisis has passed. The next hurdle after that will be if the Scottish Government has the right to call one without Westminster's approval. Both sides seem to think that the law favours them, which means it will probably end up in the courts, which will settle it one way or another.
The irony of the Brexit crowd being against Scottish independence. The same people who said, "But if you leave the UK you'll leave the EU."
The United Kingdom of England and Wales.
That's too long. Wangland is fine. Closing parenthesis.
Is that also number one?
No, but it is word wang. Let's rotate the board.
See, a lot of generic Union Jack profiles on Twitter constantly complain about Scotland leeching off England while they simultaneously oppose another indie ref. Rather strange indeed.
Could be Russian puppet accounts. Back when Trump was elected president, everyone was happy to accept Russian interference as a possibility. Now there's tons of shitty behavior online relating to England, Scotland, and everyone believes it's legit.
It's already been proven that Russian troll farms pushed a pro-Brexit narrative.
Fair warning to international readers in these threads. The vast majority of Reddit demographic Scots support independence. Threads like these consistently attract a considerable number of English posters opposed to independence, and this often sways the perception of public opinion in comment threads like this. Scotland is split, but the significant majority of Scots on this site support it. Sure, there are many Scots on here who oppose it, but Scots end up being a minority in threads on here, Europe and UK politics.
Polls in Scotland literally show almost a 50-50 split, sometimes swaying to one side or the other.
As the UK has demonstrated, 50% plus one vote in a non-binding referendum is enough to completely overhaul the country's political system.
English attitudes telling us that Scotland is a massive drain on them and won't be able to function as its own country, whilst also not letting us decide we want to leave as an abusive relationship. Or maybe it's the oil and a parking space for their nukes less than 30 miles from our largest city? Honestly, what it comes down to is that if the UK is a democracy, then the Scottish people have the right on our to decide if we want independence or not, and this pro-indie majority shows that's the case, that want to be able to make a democratic choice.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.